Hey, everybody, back for quantum panel discussion. Wait. I'm going to have echo. Got to mute this. I'm managing over here. Okay, better. Got a message saying, what time are you going back on? Right now. Sorry about that, y'all. All kinds of technical difficulties. So that's the way it is on the Quantum Show. I'm still setting everything up. I got coffee. I got 2 cups, 2 whole cups. And I'm calling this one the Bazaar because that's where they tend to show up. Look at every science fiction. What is the most common place that they are at? At a marketplace, at a bazaar. And that's what I am hoping every time I go to a convention from now on, is that I am hoping I can attract the attention of someone. I'm working on sending out links right now, okay? And I think I will be able to show pictures. We'll see. And I'm sending out the link right now. Hold up. I gotta wrench this netbook into activity. So bear with me here. It wouldn't be a paranormal show if we didn't have technical difficulties, right? Right. So getting there. 2 minutes in, I got my coffee. I'm actually almost done with this cup of coffee. Me and Amy are going to need some more coffee soon. I'm trying not to drink because the microphone is like right here. You can hear everything because I can hear everything in here, and it's gross. And yeah, links are starting to go out. But hang tight. And hell, this might be the Crystal Show. I don't know. Come on, Messenger. Come on, Messenger. Tab crashed. Luckily, I can still do the show using this phone and manage it over here. Mostly. I'm on a cable connection, but it has a slow interface. And I think I am live. It says I'm live. I've got 1 viewer in there so far. Links are about to go out. I've got the link is copied. Watch your Facebook Messenger. And I haven't heard from our Keith. Has anybody heard from our Keith? Because I haven't heard from him. I emailed him a couple times. Oh, I just got a text message. Nothing to do with the show. Kinda. Some stuff I got somebody. Another text message. Okay. And I am working on it. Oi. Raven, your link is incoming. If you're listening, the link is on its way. It's got to get there. Come on, computer. Come on, computer. Yay, computer. Sorry about the interruption, guys. It was a draining day. Driving was not hard. Walking around in the sun, that was the hard part. Hey, Bob Perkins. Welcome back to the Quantum Show. Thanks for coming by, man. I heard you on. You were with Amy, right? On a panel discussion, or you were with Rich? I don't remember. I saw you, and I was like, I know that guy. I miss that guy. I think you were either with Rich or Amy, or Rich and Amy. Yeah. Okay. I knew I saw you somewhere. Um. Oh, come on, computer. Hmm. Yeah, I smoke on the. This is the PG-13, NC-17 section of the show. I know. I see you all. I see you here and there too. I'm here and there. I see you around. Even though I don't have a chance to participate in the show too much, I'm still. I'm watching. Okay, Raven, your link is out in Facebook Messenger. Now, let's see. I'm getting a phone call. I cannot. I cannot take it right now. Cannot take a phone call right now. It will mess up the show. Let me see here. Where is the other? That was a friend of mine calling me, and I don't know if they know if I'm on or not. Where is it? There it is. Okay, Lynn, your link is coming up. Hold on. I'm looking at. No one's come in yet. Thanks, Bob. I can't be everywhere, even though I am quantum. I'm still human. Okay, link is on. Is I can't take the call. I am on the air right now. If I take a call, it kills the show. So I'm not going to let that happen. I can I can't even send a text. The phone is totally occupied by the show, so I can't do anything except get on the computer. Okay, getting a text now. That's fine. Okay, Frank, I think I'm about to send you your link. Okay. And they will. This is for Lynn and Frank. They're on their going to be on their way as soon as the link goes out. Sorry, guys. This computer I'm managing with is it's just slow. I love it to death. It's a tank, but it's a slow tank. Okay, it's on its way. The memory has to catch up. Alrighty then. It is on its way to you now, Frank. And yeah. Okay, so people should show up any moment, which is cool. I'm happy that people want to be here. All right. Now I'm going to shut down Facebook Messenger. I think Joe is still not feeling good. His throat's bothering him, so that's okay. Uh, Nothing happens for no reason, so he was not meant to be here. If he shows up, great. Okay. Hey, Eternity. Alrighty then. Computer and tank. I got a picture of the tank on my computer from the show today. Alrighty then. I'm going to try to present. Let's see what happens. Hold on. I'm going to try to. It won't let me do it yet. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it yet. Okay. Or at all. See, I created a second account backstage so I would be able to do this stuff, but it might not let me. But I might be able to do it over here. Yeah, I might be able to do it over here. I just got to get the pictures up too. Happy birthday, Eternity. The show is going rocky as hell, as usual. All the tech difficulties, but that is to be expected. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate you watching. If you're here, you're Quantum. And yeah, Bob, it would be great to have you here at some point. But I got a topic to talk about tonight, kind of, sort of, loosely related to the convention I went to today. But it would be great to have you on because you're great on screen, man. Every time I see you on screen, it's more fun than when you're not there. One echo. Am I echoing? Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. How do I sound? Sound check, everybody. How do I sound? I know there's lag. Sound check, sound check, sound check. Let's see. Sound is good. Okay, Bob says sound is good. Thank you. Good deal. Sound is good. And I'm going to try to get some pictures up here. Oh, got somebody coming in. Alrighty then. Lynn is in the house.
Hi.
Hey, Lynn.
I'm fine. How are you?
Pretty good.
Excellent.
Good deal.
You sound good.
Thank you. I successfully unplugged and replugged the microphone. Technical achievement unlocked. Plug it back in.
Do you want Frank to send you a link, or has he told you otherwise?
A link to what? I
To
sent
the
a link.
show?
Well, I sent a link to him.
Yeah.
I already did, yeah. It's in
Cool.
Facebook Messenger.
Okay. I
And
don't know. He's felt so doggone bad this week.
uh,
He says he feels with his hands, but I think it's a little different than that.
yeah. Well, I hope he gets to feeling better. Frank, listen up. I got a crystal pointed your way to get better. I'll do it right now. Don't even dare me. Don't tempt me. Okay, Frank, you're twisting my arm. This is your healing crystal. It's programmed, being programmed right
Do
now.
you hear him? Okay.
He hears it.
Oh, he hears you.
Okay, then he can network back. Accept the ping.
Except the ping, he says.
Oh, that's buzzing. Okay, that is buzzing. All right, it is.
Deflector shields.
What's that, Frank?
I'm having trouble taking down the deflector shields.
It's okay. It'll be there.
Did you hear him?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, Frank's shielding is terrific. It's amazing.
Yeah, shielding helped me so much today.
Oh,
So
yeah.
much. I was in a bad way. I didn't say it so much on the show, but I was in a bad way. I didn't eat on time or at all until I started shaking, and I was like, okay, adrenaline's kicking up. I need to go, and shields all the way up because the
Mm,
anxiety was hitting me too.
yeah.
So,
Something
so
to
I,
eat usually helps that.
yeah, I took care of it. But here's my
Sort of
gripe
like
about, huh?
it's I came, I saw, I had anxiety, I left.
Almost like that, but I stuck it out for a few hours.
You're doing better than me. I couldn't stick it out at Sam's Club. I couldn't take it. So, oh my gosh, people are so incredibly upset and anxious right now.
There was a lot of that too, but it wasn't so bad because they were in a happy
Mhm.
environment. They wanted to be there, like Sam's Club and Walmart. You kind of don't
No,
want to go there. You have to be there because that's where you
no,
get your stuff to live from. And these
yeah.
guys, they wanted to be there, and there was just a lot of defensiveness put up because everybody's been picking on each other for so long, and we were kind of trying to get on the same page. And I did collect a whole bunch of looks. People were noticing me, and it wasn't my paranoia. My paranoia is under control, right?
You know what
But
I
they
think
were.
of paranoia? Just another word for longevity.
Okay, pictures. I'm trying to show pictures. I sent Raven the link, and hopefully. Bye, Bob. Have a good one. Yeah.
Bye, Bob.
Kathy, I got your text message. Right when you asked, I was going on in 7 seconds. So, had to do that. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can actually show some pictures this time. If this thing will cooperate. I haven't fixed either one yet. And, oh my gosh, man.
Did you
Okay,
have a
well,
good time?
I did. I got there and 10,000 plus people, okay? That
Wow.
many people. Three full parking lots that are each the size of like bigger than a football field. Three of them. And one was like 3 or 4 times the size of a football field. It was enormous. And I was like, oh boy.
No wonder you had anxiety.
Yeah, I was like, I kept forgetting to concentrate on shields because I hadn't eaten. But
Yeah.
I got better. Okay. I Kathy, I did get some messages from Lauren, but I wasn't able to respond. If I do anything on the phone, it kills the show, and I couldn't do anything on the phone. What the? Okay. Yeah, pictures may or may not happen, but me going to this place was interesting because I was looking for not residents, right? I was looking for people from off
Out of
world,
towners.
out of towners. I was
No.
looking for those guys. And they may or may not have been there because I wasn't in the greatest of mindsets because of the whole not eating thing. But
Right.
I did get several pings and I felt stuff. So there was something going on.
Well,
Not a mhm,
you know that human beings can ping you too.
yeah. And I want
Okay.
to talk to those guys. I want to talk to those guys for sure. But I don't know if it was. I couldn't get a direction. Sometimes I can actually, you know, get a direction of
Oh yeah.
where I'm feeling stuff from. You're better at it than I am. You know what I'm talking about.
I've been at it a little bit longer.
Yeah, I have not.
That's the
And
only difference. You have abilities. You just need to learn to build on them.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, and you are. Acknowledging them is doggone halfway there.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm sick of fighting against it, struggling with the unknown. Bring on the unknown. I'll figure it out as I go.
Well, you know what the unknown is.
Go
It's the
ahead.
known. It's the known once you've made friends with it.
Yeah,
Really, the truth.
I, yeah, I haven't. I just haven't heard it put that way, and that's very true. I
Yeah.
did not do that.
Yeah,
And
that's a
still,
little bit easier on my eyes.
okay. It works. It works. It doesn't have to be super bright.
I I get terrific headaches from bright
Hmm,
light,
right.
and it's like a migraine amplified. It's not
Mm,
fun. It's not fun, and I have a little hassle with my eyes back and forth. And I walked into a door this week,
a closed door.
an open door on the edge. Boom.
Oh,
Yeah.
ouch.
Well, I, you know what? Maybe if I had turned on a light, it might have been less of a surprise. But anyway, I
Hmm.
said, oh, well, the hell with it. I went back to bed, right? Woke up, I could see everything. I don't know what knocked free, but apparently it was a scar tissue or something.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it gets better. Has it been
Well, it's
getting
not
better?
bad at all. Yes, it's very good. I still can't see little tiny things, but gee, I can see you now.
Yeah, I give up on tiny things. I'm like, save me, phone magnifier.
Yeah, well, I have bifocals, but I wasn't even seeing small stuff with them. And people think you're trying to see with your nose if you look through your bifocals too carefully.
Hmm.
Yes, exactly. And I don't want anybody's hair counting hobby to be up my nose.
Hmm.
So anyway,
Yeah, I'm
it's weird.
waiting.
I could see,
Okay.
which is okay because I've been programming for that. You know, not only just for that, but I've been using my crystals and saying, listen, I need to see. Let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
How about
A,
that?
a friend of mine has a problem with this energy center,
Hmm.
and I sent her a crystal, and I never laid hands on it, right? I never touched it. I ordered it to her. It's another Amazon order, right?
Yeah.
And apparently it's working. I've been communicating to it through another crystal. I don't need another crystal. I can do it by myself.
All right.
Now I'm tuned into it. They feel, you feel, I feel them, and I get accustomed to reaching out to them, and it's awesome. I love being able to feel this way and do this stuff. But she has a problem with this energy center, and I told her, wear it, keep it near you, make a pendant, whatever, which is something else. I made a pendant today, which is
Hmm.
kind of cool. And I told her, keep it with you. She might make a pendant or not. I don't know. And it's helping that energy center. Now, it doesn't replace the hardware, but the hardware is gone, right? But it does help the energy center.
Hmm. Well,
So,
that being the throat chakra,
mhm.
gee, now what color is that? I'm thinking it's shades of blue.
Oh,
So,
perfect.
you know, if you send her a blue stone, that's probably exactly what should have happened.
Well, I sent her a quartz because I have the best feel for it right now.
Now, of
I'm
course,
using it all.
you
I'm
can use
using it.
quartz for anything.
Yeah, it's my go-to for things like that. When it's spiritual or third eye,
Hmm.
amethyst. I use
Yeah,
amethyst.
I use amethyst quite a bit. I wear an amethyst on my arm,
I wear
and
one around. Oops, there it is. I wear
it
one
had
right.
yeah, yeah. This thing's got I forget how many stones in it, but I have charged it up for healing and spiritual uh, not necessarily enlightenment, but clarity, so that
Hmm.
I
Shadow just
understand.
showed up.
Hi, shadow.
I don't know if his
And
show's still going on yet, but go ahead. Sorry.
anyhow, I programmed it for clarity, and so many times we'll have a gift and it's yelling and screaming at us, but we don't know exactly what's talking about. You
Right.
know, uh, Many people are psychic, but they can't get their psychic calmed enough to get a clear answer from it. And this is one of the challenges having gifts. But when you work with it on a daily basis and program it as you've done with yours, and program yourself to respond to it, and to for it to be clear in your mind. That
Hmm.
is very helpful to anyone who'll do that, and add it to your morning meditation or your ritual, or however that just sitting drinking coffee and not thinking much of anything. Hey, say a quick uh, prayer, or a meditation, if you will, you know,
Hmm.
and it can be repetitious. Repetition is one of the ways we unlock our subconscious.
Oh
So,
yeah.
I think a lot of people think, "Oh, I don't need ritual. I don't need repetition. I don't need pre-recorded prayer, so to speak." But
Hmm.
no, you don't. You don't need it, but it's so helpful. Particularly if you're worried or upset about something.
Yeah. I got the pictures to work.
Oh, cool! I was looking forward
Let's
to seeing them.
cross your fingers.
Oh,
Charge crystals.
he's great. You got
Yes.
R2D2 up there.
It
Something
is
of
not R2D2. It is a custom. This guy was a boombox, and the kids were all dancing around him. I'll have a video up, and I'm going to see if I can. I got. I don't even know what the pictures are going to show when I click them. Okay, I think
uh-huh.
that's another of the same. The has a leg in the picture.
Just a leg. You sure it's not Christmas Story? Anyway,
But I
sorry.
got he's a very good made droid. All those panels you see open up with motors. It's very cool and loud. He had a big speaker in him too.
That's
And let's see,
terrific. He's great.
he did good. This is Ahsoka, and I've
Oh,
got another picture of
wonderful.
her coming up. Oh, okay, yeah, she did all her own work except for the shoes, and she dressed up the shoes.
Uh huh.
It's all EVA foam, and let's see. Finally, I'm able to share pictures. Oh my
That's
God. Okay,
wonderful.
here's another guy, and he's a samurai Jedi.
Uh
I think
huh.
I got a couple of pictures of him too. Let me get this. Okay, that's working. Yeah. I just sat on the button. All right, it's working. It's working. I don't even know what picture is next. Oh, the tank guy. He's like, "Hey, you citizen, I thought I
Oh,
got a
that's
picture of the
fabulous.
tank, but I'm not sure. I couldn't find it. I'll have to
I
check."
thought it was the next one, because I remember you showing it in the last program. There's a
Yeah,
good picture of it.
I was holding it up. I thought I got a wide angle picture. I just didn't put it on the server like I should have. And let's see.
Well, he's a
Everything's
lot of fun, isn't he?
oh boy. The
Oh,
guy
they're
sitting in
huge.
the yeah, the tank is enormous. It is enormous. And this isn't built off of a real vehicle. It's this particular one, but the one in the movie is. It's a real tank. I think it's a Russian tank.
Oh,
And there's one of the things that you can go. I did not notice that little silver robot on the right. He's like from Radio Shack. It's awesome.
a bunch of Jawas there, and just love different Star Wars folks.
Oh, if I uploaded them, they'll all show up. That is a. I am so tired. I guess this is not enough coffee. Yeah, those are Radio Shack robots on the right. I love it. And the ice cream maker. What?
I see him, the ice cream maker over the corner. That is
Yeah,
terrific.
the dewback, the big green. That's an animal. That's a critter from Star Wars. And let's see here. I think I got a couple shots of that. I did not even notice those Radio Shack robots. I love it. Love it.
That's the beauty of taking photographs because you're bound to miss something or not noted.
Yeah. I took a picture of that, a video of the helicopter. I could have swore I saw something tailing the helicopter. Close.
Wow.
But I don't know. I have to see the video. This is another background. This is at the Droid Builders. And this is when I was walking around taking silent pictures, not talking to anybody, and they were like, "What's this guy doing?" I was like, "I'm so sorry. People get tired of hearing me talk sometimes."
I don't.
Well, thank you. Somebody's coming in. Who is this? Shadow. Hey, Shadow.
What's happening, folks? How you guys doing?
Hi, Shadow.
I got the pictures to work.
Yeah, I was watching some of them, and I didn't want to miss too many, so I had to bail right after the tank. Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun, man.
Dude, it would have been a lot more fun if I'd had somebody go with me, but I had to go solo. But I went because I refused to not go. It's the only big event in my area. So I was like, yeah, I'm going. This is dedication right here. I want to sell my action figures in his store eventually. That's a speeder bike that I got a very terrible angle on. But
yeah, but he's
lots
cool.
yeah,
Hey,
lots of
real quick. Speaking of action figures, I just got a PDF of an action figure game, like giant monster robot type of game. And I got it from the creator who liked our video we did of his previous game, and he's going to have me be on the playtest team for his new game, which is like using action figures for like Godzilla's and stuff, and making Lego buildings and smashing them and stuff. And I'm going to see if I can't get you a copy of it, just so you can.
Oh,
it's
that'd
like
be
50
awesome.
just
that
a
sounds
goof.
like it'd be fun.
Yeah, my son and I, when he was littler, we played this game. It was called Giant Monster Rampage, where you make like a D&D character, but of a monster, of a Godzilla or Ultraman or whatever, and then you make a little city, and then you beat each other up. You roll some dice, you smash buildings, and we had so much fun doing that. So we reviewed that game a couple weeks ago, and he just reached out to us, and I knew you'd get a kick out of it.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
fabulous for you.
Hell, I'll do a review over it too.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I'm still just clicking buttons. Oh, another terrible angle of the speeder bike. Oh yeah, this is the IC Jeep. IC Toys Nashville Jeep. That's his store in town. And
Cool.
I would love to sell my action figures in his store. I make them, I get them made. Here's what I'm trying to do with it, right?
Like custom. You mean custom?
Customs, but also a factory of my own design. They're compatible. They don't rip off anything. I don't use one to make a different one. I print, right?
Gotcha.
So I've got a line already. It's just I've got
Wasn't there a toy back in the day that let you make your own figures, like
Yeah.
like the creepy crawlers or something like that?
Yeah, it was a plastic molding machine. What is the heck that thing called?
Yes, I remember it was a little before my
Yeah.
time, y'all. Okay,
You
but
put your form in, and you put your die cast in. You pressed it down, and voila, you had a car body or something. You know,
mhm.
made
Yeah,
creepy
I'm pretty sure.
crawlers, the whole works.
Yeah, I had all that crap as a kid. I love that stuff. Um, with what um, you know what blue stuff is, right?
Yeah.
I,
It's a mold making compound, and you take it's like it looks like a plastic. You throw it in hot water, it gets all squishy, and you squish it around the thing, and then you can pour whatever medium in it. I use that stuff, and we've done, not action figures, but other things that are pretty much the same thing. And you could, you can do it that way, or you could 3D print it. You want to get all fancy. Um,
well, I don't want to get all fancy. That's the hard way of doing it, is printing it, right? But I know how to print for molds. So if I
okay.
can print a mold, it's just getting someone to work with me who has the hardware to do injection, and they don't want to do that. What they want to do is they want to charge me to cut an aluminum mold, and
Gotcha.
that's expensive.
Oh boy.
And then
Yeah.
they want me to mass produce them and market them all over the world. And I'm like, that's a little out of my scope of things. I would love to keep this local where
Yeah, yeah.
I
Unless you win the
design.
lottery, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will commission a Shadow and Sun action figure to go with the line. Someone's actually making a Shadow and Sun miniature for their Old West miniature game. They got a big Western town, and to play Western games. And Shadow and Sun is the morticians of the town. He's made the building. There's going to be a little there's going to be a shadow with a little sun there standing at the the front door of the mortuary. All Western out. Jack, you'll have his whatever hat. And I thought that was pretty nice.
That's great. That's terrific.
The mortician.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that like perfect?
Yeah.
Shadow and Sun. You stab them, we slab them, kind of thing.
I can see the accessory kit now. It comes with a horse-drawn hearse and casket kit. That
That'll be fun.
would be.
I can't wait to see that. He's actually a miniature sculptor, so it's quite the honor. Oh my God! Look at this shit. Excuse my French.
Hey,
Oh my God.
it's the shit.
That's amazing.
I got a picture of my Clanker droid on one of those very speeder bikes, me and Clanker. And it was me looking over and him going, wee! I need to find.
I've been watching a lot of I've been watching a lot of cons and Dolores lately, and I'm seriously torn between a couple of potential costumes. Obviously, a Mandalorian, or I could easily do a Jedi. That's like too easy,
Yeah.
But I'm more of a Sith guy, so I don't know.
You don't say.
I don't think your kid is going to let you put him in a backpack and make him Baby Yoda. I just don't think
No. Oh no, he would definitely go. If it was a few years ago, he'd be a mini Kylo Ren, but he's really like what were they called? I forget. The guys in the red armor from the latest movie. The last
Imperial
three movies.
Guards. The Imperial Guards.
He got a costume for Halloween a couple years ago, pre-COVID. It was a really nice costume, and he literally wore it. He had to tie up some of the stuff, but he rode his little bicycle to school wearing that, and he had the coolest costume all day long.
No,
It was cute as hell. I got to find those pictures. Now, of course, it wouldn't fit him, but
Yeah.
well, that's fun.
Make a new one.
yep.
I'm trying to get
Although
the.
I got to admit, I do really like the stormtroopers of the First Order. Been watching a lot of those videos, and I really like those, especially with the voice modulators, so they all sound the same. You know,
Yeah.
love that. I love that, man. And the blaster rifle with the side pistol on the leg, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But it's a little too, I'm too much of a narcissist to probably want to go as just another trooper, you know. So I'm probably gonna have to go with the Mandalorian or something.
We
like
could
that.
do a custom trooper. Oh, and of course the TARDIS was there.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Thing about taking pictures at a convention, right? I didn't want to take too many close-ups because people were in them that weren't saying, "Go ahead, take my picture."
Right.
Right.
Consent
is key.
You go to an LA con though, and they're begging you to take pictures.
Yeah, and the people they want their picture taken, but they're shy, and they're insecure.
Not in LA,
Yeah,
especially if you know the costumes I'm talking about. Holy crap!
You figure that a lot of people in LA are looking for fame and fortune and to be discovered.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
publicity is publicity.
Let's see, I got a couple of the armor. There, that's better.
Fun.
She was nice. She was really nice. That's a female character. She was really nice.
How fun.
Oh, and look, I got photobombed. Look at that. Look behind her. I got photobombed by the trooper at the tank. Awesome. I didn't realize that.
that's funny.
Do y'all see him? Y'all see him in the background?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I got photobombed by the Empire.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
That is perfect. Okay, and this was one of the Turtles band coming up.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh
I
man.
like that.
There's some dumb pictures in here too, because I was thinking when I looked at that ceiling fan, you'll see it. That fan looks damned Imperial to me. But let's see. Man, that's the fan that looks super Imperial coming up. I swear it was 12 feet across. One of those giant ceiling fans.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
huge.
They had, and I looked and they have several of them, and they were moving very slow, but they don't have to move fast.
Well,
They're
I think
so-
if they move fast, they'd suck people up into the air, and that'd be chaotic.
No paper. I can't believe I got photobombed by that trooper. That's awesome. This is one of the authors, the artists that did the pass artwork, because all the passes are custom art. She's one. Her name is Leia Cameron, and I'm going to have to email her or contact her because she got busy. I got feeling not good, and I couldn't go back. I was out of it. She is a nice person. I think that's her booth. And let me see here. Maybe I can amplify. There it is. Well, enjoy my pixelation. But that's her booth. I'm looking at it over here. I think that's her brother.
Yeah,
And that's her artwork.
You
Yeah,
can see the similarity in their
I
facial
was
structure.
kind of when I talked to her, I was out of it, and I was like, "Oh my god, okay, let's see if I can got all my pixelated pictures." And she's a really cool person. There's my silly selfie. Yeah, ugh, God, is my chin really that big? Oh my god, I look like Popeye. Get that off the screen.
Oh no, no. My ex has that position.
Yeah, I got the thing you see on her lanyard. I got one of those, and it was the best piece of swag that I got. Of all the stuff that I picked up, I love that the most.
Well,
The
Yeah,
little
what did
art.
you pick up?
Oh, you
Be
missed the
remiss.
pickup show. I showed
Yeah.
off stuff. Okay, let me finish. I don't know how many pictures I got left. Yeah, it's Galactic Heroes, my Facebook group. Galactic Heroes Collectors. That's one seller, but things
Wow.
were not expensive. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Let
you,
me,
you know why, right? You know why, right? Because it's
yeah.
why?
summer. It's summer. But you haven't watched my eBay videos, man. When February 15th hit, prices drop on everything all over the place,
Right.
especially online and places like this, because people are trying to make money to pay for Valentine's Day, to pay for Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, all that stuff. And during the summertime, from February 15th through September 15th, is when you buy stuff. As a consumer, that is when you go buy the collectibles. That's when you buy the hard to find
Oh,
things, because the sellers are desperate to make money, one, to recover from the holidays, to make up for the holidays, and to finance their summer vacations. And as a
that makes
collector
sense.
or seller, when September 15th rolls around, that is when I go into full on sell mode on eBay and other places, because that's when I can put up a price and it will sell at that price. I will not have to
Okay.
haggle. And I've been doing that for 20 years on the side, and it works like a freaking charm. I just picked up, let me show you.
Okay.
Here we
Let
go.
me stop this. I want to be able to get you on screen. Let me just stop sharing and get you back on screen.
Okay, this is
Yep.
this is called Great Space Battles. It's from like 1980. It's one of the Terran Trade Federation coffee table type books. Okay, I'll pop open to just a random piece of artwork.
Well, that's
Cool.
Okay. Now these books normally run for about $100.
right.
Okay, because they're so old, and they were on every sci-fi fan's coffee table during the 80s and the 90s. And people would come over, have some drinks, and, oh, what's this? Look at it, and just, you could look through it, because it's just nothing but massive, big beautiful artwork and a little tiny story or whatever on the side.
Hmm.
And I picked this one up for about $25.
That's
Oh
nice.
wow, cool.
That's
And
very nice.
there's 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 4 or 5 books technically in the series. I picked up 2 of them. One without a dust cover, $25. But normally, like I said, I've been watching these books for a long time. Normally
Hmm.
75, 100, sometimes even $150 for these books. And
Right.
because it's summertime, people are like, yeah, I'll take that offer, or I'll drop the price because I need to make some freaking money. They don't care about the books anymore.
Yeah.
They just need money coming in. They've already got their money back through enjoyment or whatever,
Right. They read
and
it.
and they've lost the connection to these items. It's like, okay, other people are selling them for 50. Well, I'll sell mine for 45. Up, people are selling them 45. I'll drop mine to 35 or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Being patient, and I do I'm doing a series on buying and selling on eBay right now. It's buying on my channel, and there's some other tips in there, but that's the big one: when to buy, when to sell. So if there's like action figures or accessories or whatever, the hotter it gets, the lower the prices go.
Right.
I will keep
Yeah.
that in mind when I go looking. Okay, I'll go through the pickups again, right? My favorite part of the pickup, right, is I haven't unwrapped anything yet.
You got gift wrap?
Oh, whoops.
Oh,
Dark Forces t-shirt.
okay.
I have not seen one of these in literally 30 years.
Wow.
From the PC game,
Right.
right? The Doom knockoff. That's my favorite part of the pickup. I also got, now I haven't unwrapped it, right? So it's still in plastic, but I got my Empire logo shirt. Thanks, Glare. Empire logo. Trust me, it's on there, right? There's an
Okay.
Empire logo on there somewhere. It's it's my shirt, right? So guess what?
Pop it on.
Yep. All right. This is like an official shirt. This is not handmade.
Well,
Oh,
that's
okay, cool.
nice.
That's what
Yeah.
I figured.
So
That's fabulous. Yes.
bloop.
Yeah, and it's gonna be t-shirt weather, so like on the show, like right now I'm rocking my Don Carter Warlord of Mars comic book t-shirt from 1977, the greatest year of all time. Oh my
Hmm.
God, you guys have any idea of all the cool stuff that came out in 1977?
Yeah,
Star
I
Wars,
do. I was
Micronauts,
there for that.
John Carter, Conan, um, Jonah Heck, Heavy Metal Magazine, 1977. To be a kid and to be able to go into a comic book store or a liquor store to buy comics or whatever, it was just
Yeah.
one of the greatest years of all freaking time. And I was 10 years old.
Star Wars came out. I was there at the premiere.
Right. Oh,
Sweet.
that's nice.
See,
That's
now that
very
it's out of
nice.
plastic, that's from the DOS game.
Mm-hmm.
And I
I'm
don't
going
know if
back to
this
it.
is, oh, yeah. I don't know if this is one of the OE, the original. I don't think so.
Yeah,
It
my
doesn't
mother
have a,
wanted to go see that movie. She said there was something about that she needed to see.
You know what?
mm-hmm.
My folks didn't want to go see it. It was all, my dad liked sci-fi, but he liked hard sci-fi.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's like, okay, I know the kids want to see it, so we went in the drive-through. Me and my brother were sitting in the back seat, and he's just like, I could just tell he was just like, not digging it until the end with the X-wings and Tie fighters and the Death
The
Star.
trench
Yeah,
scene.
he loved that part. Because it was reminiscent of movies like Midway, and the dog fights and all that. And he's like, now that I can get into. Of course, he never watched another one, but
Mm.
it was,
I think it
it
was
was pretty cool. Hey,
shocking.
Justin.
That
Yeah,
first
I mean,
that first
it was,
set was shocking. It
it was,
how huge this thing really was, and chasing this tiny starship that in itself was a huge ship.
Hmm.
You could realize how large it was.
They did a
he was
great job
cool enough.
showing it.
He had a friend who was in the Model Builders Association who did the work on the stuff, Star Wars, Star Trek, Dark Star, Alien, and he made it so that I could go hang out with this guy. My dad didn't want to go. It was late at night, and he was in a wheelchair. It was just a hassle. But I got to
Hmm.
go to a couple of these model builder meetings, and I got to touch the Nostromo. I got to touch the Dark Star. I wasn't supposed to, but I was a kid. I'm like,
Oh, I'm jealous.
I got to see before anybody else knew. We got to watch this movie, The Making of, and I got to see the making of Alien, and I knew what animal parts were in the face hugger and all that stuff before anybody else knew about it. Before it was even, as part of the director's cut on the VHS cassette. And while there, I found out that the dry dock from Star Trek, the motion picture, had not only a little mailbox as a Gribbly, but it had an R2D2 action figure as a Gribbly on the freaking dry dock. Absolutely freaking the coolest thing, you know, because I was the only little kid there. Everybody was all these old model builder farts, you know. I didn't even know what Dark Star was until years later, but I'm like, that's a cool ship. And so yeah, those guys, that
You
was
know, though, that was cutting edge technology at the time. Absolutely cutting edge.
yep, yep.
And
And
still, some of the practical effects are still way above the CGI. I still have not seen CGI that's awesome. It's
Yeah,
good, but it's
it'll
not
always be that way. It'll always be that way. You cannot fake what you can do with models and practical effects. It's just never, you know, it's never going to be not a thing, you know. If it is, it'll be generations from now where the viewing audience will not know the difference. They won't know, they
right.
won't care, and we'll, you know, we'll be geezers if not, a worm feast when that happens, and I feel
That's one
sorry
way to
for
put it. Yeah. Okay.
That's
And
from
right as I
that's from
hmm?
the movie Scrooge.
Okay. Um, right as I walked in the door, a guy came up to me. He saw me with my R2D2 camera, and he came up to me. And there is a local hockey league, Wampas Hockey, and he gave me a signed card.
oh, how fun.
It, it
That's cool.
yeah, it's cool. It is cool, and the guy
Yeah.
was really nice. And I think he heard me talking. The guy who runs the show. I was like, my first go round. I said, "The dude is enormous. He is a wampa." Boom.
Yeah. Huge.
He
That's
is.
cool.
Dude is a giant. He's a half giant. He's like Hagrid. And
I think one of the fun things that was about, we went to see Star Wars uh, soon after it was released, and my mother wanted to go, of course. And one of the things that really struck me about it, there was a group of people there from military base, and the amount of booing and cheering, hooray, they're absolutely into the movie. It was fun, and when they finally blew up the Death Star, oh, you thought that everybody's life depended on it. you know,
You
yeah,
know,
it was really a lot of fun.
there was only one thing that could compare to the impact those movies had in the way of science fiction. Now it wasn't 2001. It was Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
When those movies came out, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing a Planet of the Apes T-shirt, mug,
it's
bath
true.
towel. It was, it, and Lucas must have really paid attention because when Star Wars came out, it was the same thing. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
my brother and I, we went as apes for Halloween that year. You know,
Hmm.
well, it wasn't when Planet of the Apes came out. It was a little bit later. I think Beneath or one of the other ones, but that was just, you know, that paved the way for Star Wars to be as big because, they by the time Star Wars came out, I think almost all of the Planet of the Apes movies had come out, because they came out quicker back then, and people wanted more of that continuing, even, I was just talking about this on the previous show I was on. In the old days, when before TV, you went to the movie theater to watch the movie serials, of Zorro, of Batman, of Captain America, Buck
Right,
Rogers, and Flash Gordon, and you had to wait until the next week, to go to the theater
right.
and sit down for the whole day. You'd get your news, you get some cartoons, you get a couple of serials and maybe a full length movie, and you spent the whole freaking day in that theater, and that was a big deal. And we got real spoiled with regular TV after that,
Oh yeah.
after World War II, and you could just sit at home and click all three channels and pick what you wanted to watch. I really think I would have enjoyed living. Yeah, Justin,
Well,
you would.
a lot of parents during the 40s and 50s, some of the early 60s, if they lived in town, uh, it wasn't unusual for Saturday movies to drop your child off and do your shopping and the whole bit and pick them up at the movie theater. You wouldn't dare do
Yep.
that now.
Uh-uh.
They didn't think anything of it.
No,
You
even when I was a kid, they would drop me off, me and my friends. We always were in a group, and this
Yep.
was in the
Same here.
80s.
know,
We
oh
were in a
yeah,
group,
Yeah.
they would drop me off, or we would just walk 5 miles and not even
It
think
wasn't even
about
that
it.
far for us. My brother and I, we would walk all the time. It was one. I think it was less than 3 blocks plus a half a block into the shopping center. And I saw Halloween by myself. I saw, well, not by myself, but my little brother. It was way different in those days to
it
go to
was.
the theater and be safe and have a good time and not have to worry about anything like gangs or other
No,
stuff.
no,
And
that stuff just didn't go that direction. But
Mm-mm.
of course now it's you can't do it. It just isn't pragmatic to. But
Yeah,
well,
and if you live in a place where it is able to do, like a small town like Lebanon is one of those
you
places.
you're near Lebanon.
Yeah, uh, it's still against the law. All somebody has to do is call child CPS, and they come and they enforce that stuff. So it's
wow.
us doing it to, yeah, it's nuts here. And
Well, and
yeah,
you figure that the CPS, and I promised them I'd let everybody that would listen to me know, the CPS gets X amount of dollars, and I'm talking about big dollars,
Mhm.
thousands of dollars per child that they pick up from a
Gone with.
parent.
Yep.
You know,
And the horrific things that happen
in
is
foster
90%
care or whatever.
is worse than what they were being taken away from 90% of the time.
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
and
oh
actually
boy,
in foster care. I was
the
in foster care for a
overcrowding in a
while.
foster home and some of the rest of them we fostered for a time.
Yeah, I
And
was in foster care as a child because both my parents went into the hospital at the same. Well, my dad was in the hospital. My mom went to go visit my dad and somehow contracted hepatitis while in the hospital visiting
oh
him. I don't
dear.
know how. And so there was no one in my state to take care of us. All our family was far, far away and jerks because they weren't going to come and take care, grab us or anything. So my little
Mm.
brother and I, at about the age of 10, ended up in foster care for about 5, 6 months, and it wasn't awful. But right off the bat, we were thrown in juvenile hall, for
Right.
nothing, for just for our parents being in the hospital,
Yeah.
and the things I learned afterwards.
False
Um,
imprisonment.
the things that happened to kids, when they not in the facilities, but once they got to the homes, there was some messed up stuff that could happen to you as a kid
Oh yeah,
in
Still
those.
is.
there still is. And it, I think the sad part of this is that getting them out of that system is
Yeah.
buku hard. You
Yep.
know, I mean, the hoops that parents have to jump through to get their baby
Hmm.
back, even if
Yep.
it wasn't their fault, it didn't matter. It does not matter to them. As long as
Yeah,
they have that child, they're getting paid.
Yep.
And they will
yeah,
fight it tooth and nail and put a parent through hardship that is ridiculous. And we're talking about hardship. I'm talking about having to pay for parenting classes, having to make sure that their home is in perfect condition, for a child to live in. That there is when I was a kid, 3 kids in a bed was not a big deal. It is
mm,
now.
Yep.
You know, it the things that youngsters and parents have to go through if they find themselves trapped in that situation, and I say trapped very deliberately, is just
Yeah.
unconscionable.
I know some people who went through that recently,
I do
and
too.
it is not it is not at all beneficial for anybody but the state.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Well,
Uh,
that's kind of the point.
I know
You
the
know,
young
any
mother.
way they can make a buck, they're gonna try.
Yeah,
It's and since the taxpayers are paying for it, you know, it's a no loss situation for them.
well,
Yep.
what was bad about this situation? These little children are blonde and blue-eyed, and there were strangers trying to take them away from school.
Yep.
Okay, strangers, and you know, and I know exactly what that was
Sorry to hear that,
about.
Justin. And yes, it is designed to be that way,
Yes, it is.
because a lot of them completely disappear off the face of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what the parents did and regardless of what the parents do.
Well, how many of these immigrant kids have disappeared and will never be
Right.
seen again?
Right.
You know, now that the circumstances of their being here notwithstanding,
They're
that
still
they
human.
have been lost in the system
Yeah.
Over ninety
And
thousand is what they're saying, but we know you can add a zero.
easily, easily.
yeah,
That's the
I've heard
one
so many horror
fatality.
stories. Oh,
And I can't help but thinking that maybe that was part of the plan.
Well, I'm not real into conspiracy theory, but I'm afraid I gotta agree with you. How many
You know,
youngsters in Washington, D.C. come up missing? That's an interesting place to disappear from, don't you think?
mm-hmm.
I mean, since you know, a couple of years ago, we were watching kids just dropped over the fence and nobody there to catch them and nobody there, you know, just
Well,
here you go. Here's,
that's not a couple of years ago, buddy.
That's
That's a couple
happening, I
weeks
think.
ago here. That isn't years ago. That's now. They
Hmm.
are doing this.
well, I remember seeing a video of that a couple of years ago.
That's the one they filmed. But there was a slew of them, and they're
We're gonna
still
have to talk,
dropping them.
Justin. You got my curiosity peaked.
Sorry.
Oh, Justin is
Justin
saying
is posting.
my firm has done audits on government agencies in the past, specifically around the stuff. Yeah, I would be
Yeah.
curious to hear more, in private.
I'm going to guess
Good
you're under
stuff.
an NDA. I'm going to guess that.
You don't have to guess, you know damn well.
Yeah. I'm going to suppose right there. Okay. Okay. Dancing away from that, it's,
Yeah, it's
that
too
is,
heavy.
I can't change it. So I can't, if it occupies me, I will obsess over it and I will just become a nervous wreck because I want to
Leave
go
Well,
that
be
to
the
me there,
hero.
Nathan.
believe
Yeah,
me, it's
leave
easy
that to
to
me.
be like that.
No, it was part of my previous thing, so
Right.
that's why I asked Justin there to, you know,
Okay. Yeah. That's much
operate.
more your purview than mine
Yeah.
because it will just wreck me, dude. Not because I mean I'll get myself in trouble too. I don't mean on YouTube. I mean in real life. I will try to go be Mr. Hero, and I don't need to do that because
No, I know the guys who do what you want to do, and um, so yeah, you
They get
don't worry.
targeted, and the rest of it, you get
Yeah. So,
just
someone will be on the case. You know what I
shortcut.
mean?
yeah, I can't go with that package deal right now. So
It's
back to the
okay, Nathan.
show.
It sure
It's
isn't
okay.
something I can do something about. I mean, I can see it quite often, but I don't like seeing it. And that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I'll close my eyes to it either. like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not going to stay silent about it. Not going to do it. As long as I have a voice, I'm going to use it.
Good for you. Just be careful.
Bring it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not bringing shit. I'm retired.
Pickups.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Pickups.
retired.
I'm
Toast
just
again. Toast
tired.
swag. Toast
Okay.
swag.
This is one of like 20 patches that the guy made that I wasn't able to get, but
Oh, wow.
he makes them. Josh Phillips, shameless plug, and this was the patch and the package. This is he made custom cards like action figure cards.
Oh, those are nice.
This is like the size of a postcard, and he's
Uh-huh.
a really great guy. He's really creative, and he does some of the coolest stuff. Let me see if I can. He does a series of those stormtrooper helmets, and I have several of them from years gone by, right? And I got stickers. These were the con prices, right? But this could literally be done on a fancy inkjet. But whatever, right? I got Boba Fett, fan favorite.
Oh, that's
Yep.
nice.
They're nicely done. I'm not
Yeah.
saying they're not worth it. I'm just saying, ouch, I'm Dollar Tree crowd. You know? Here's a new one, Quill from Mandalorian.
Nice.
And these are vinyl waterproof stickers. Clone Wars. That's one of my favorite things of Star
They're
Wars.
uh, they're showing up well
Jackie,
on the picture too.
Yeah,
On the
yeah,
I got
Jackie
my
loves the Clone
lighting.
Wars.
What's up?
Jackie loves the Clone Wars.
That's my favorite part
I
of Star Wars. Honestly, I identify with the clones as troopers, and then C-3PO.
That is terrific.
Very nicely done. They ran out of R2D2 and BB-8, else I would have got those. They've run out of those every time I get to the booth, and I'm always there on day 2.
And they probably stock up in triple amounts for that stuff too, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Nobody had any Imperial logos of any kind. They were all gone. And I picked up some
Gone or didn't
magazines,
print.
right? I picked up some
Huh.
magazine. Huh?
Say gone or didn't print them.
Oh, they're
Didn't they
sold
say
out because it's the thing is called Imperial Commissary Collector Convention. So
uh-huh.
Imperial, they're all Imperial droids. R2 was stolen from the Empire, and etc. So anything Empire,
Go too.
yeah. And I picked up old magazine. It's Star Wars Galaxy Collector, and this is Expanded Universe. Just something to read. And I picked up numbers 2, 3, and 4 of Galaxy Magazine. Now that's story based, right? That's all story based.
Cool.
And let's see, 2, 3, and 4. Number 1 he had wrapped in plastic, and I knew I was going to open it and read it, so I felt guilty, so I didn't buy it. I wanted to give the collectors first chance, and
I bet that thing's got some good artwork in it.
oh boy,
Oh my.
yeah.
That's
My
gorgeous.
but the first one, this one is my favorite cover. The Gamorrean guards in stormtrooper armor. That's just perfect. I think these came out. Somebody's here. Let's see who is popping in. Raven.
All right. Hi, Raven.
Hey, Raven.
Hi.
How are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Hey. Thanks for coming on the quantum panel.
Thank you for having me, Nathan. How art thou?
Pretty good. Now I was feeling like crap earlier because I fell out. That's okay. I'm better. I'm just looking at pickups from the con today.
Missed some fabulous artwork.
Mm.
Okay.
And I had to skip on most of the artwork because it was hundreds
I
of
forgot
dollars.
to X out.
Oh yeah, go ahead and make this your main
Yeah.
window. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it now. Okay.
Oh, now I can.
Justin is saying the Empire was the adult in the room. Yeah, I got photo bombed. I got this for my mom. These were
My
handmade.
phone's
That's nice.
It's a key
Oh
ring.
yes, I saw that. Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not part of the Empire.
No, it isn't.
Your bag is nice too.
I like the bag. I'll
Huh?
get to the bag at the very last. And this is
Like the
a
bag.
bonus.
Yeah, I really like it. I would have went with you.
What?
You should have called. It's 4 hours. It's not that long to drive. It really isn't.
I know. I
Give
just
me-
was like, well, I don't know if
Couple
she's
days
really in
notice,
this.
I can take care of all the cats, but yeah,
I don't
God,
think
I would
I
love to
survived
get away
4
from this
hours.
place. This place is a
You know
zoo.
what, Raven?
That would be
I can see I can see you and I doing the quantum booth up there because there was more. There was nerd tarot, and I was like,
I love it.
yep. It's going to be on a video I'm going to upload.
Cool.
And here is a
Awesome.
freebie, huh?
But Raven, what would you come home to?
What would I come home to?
You'd have to
Yeah,
find a
was that
cat
without-
sitter.
Yeah,
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I've got somebody that said I got a verbal commitment. They said they would do that, so I've never done it yet. But I
Okay.
mean,
That's a hell
This
of a
is
friend.
from, yeah. This is from the guy I want to make. I want to get him to make me some logo stuff, right?
Yeah.
mhm,
Oh wait,
yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
hold on.
that's cool.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
from Rebels. Spectre Coffee. That is
Mhm.
Tastes
yeah.
like disclosure.
Yeah, quantum coffee, like disclosure. Yeah, and
And here's one of the patches he made that is going directly on my bag.
quantum show.
Grand
We are
Army of
not
the
linear.
Republic.
Oh,
Ah.
nice.
Cool.
Grand Army of the Republic. It is PVC Velcro backing.
Wow.
Very good quality.
Very, very creative people. Nice.
Oh, oh my God. Wait till my videos upload. And I got this one because I'm still, even though I like that, I'm still rebel at heart. And I got the military looking black and OD green rebel.
What is that? That's a rebel
This is
logo.
Rebel Alliance. They call it the Starbird.
I like that.
And this is OD green like a unit patch.
Okay.
Yeah, Space Force is getting replaced by this on my bag.
All right.
Let's see. I got this for my sister. This is hand stitched R2D2.
Cool.
Dude,
That's nice.
It's for my sister. She's a big droid fan. Go figure.
Go figure.
And of course, I had to keep it quantum.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool.
It uses glow in the dark thread.
What's
Oh,
he
cool.
holding?
This one is for me.
Is he just
What's
holding
he
up
holding?
like a peace
Is it
sign?
Just his fingers?
Yeah.
I think he's just holding up like two fingers,
Just-
right? Peace.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah,
okay.
it's
Cup of coffee.
it's hard. It ought to be coffee. Yeah, you can barely. Let me see if I can.
That's what
Oh,
your
cool.
logo should look like with a coffee cup.
Yeah.
That's an. I'll make it. I'll make it happen.
Just put it on there on the cup. Disclosure.
Let's see.
You can even do like quantum coffee and spell it with the QU.
Oh, I've already thought of it. I'm like the quantum drip. Dual meanings there.
Yeah.
Double entendre. I love it. My logo for my store before it was a store was computer repair, right? It was Lynn, you might have heard this one already. It was I do IT with old computers.
Yeah.
IT is informational technology.
Got it.
And here is just a wristband,
Mm-hmm.
and it says your path must Your path, you must decide. That's a Yoda quote.
You must
Your path,
decide.
you must decide.
You have a good one.
Do you want to be a Jedi fighter?
That's terrific.
Oh, Justin saying he's flipping off the English. Yeah, he is.
Just don't keep it going because Frank will start screaming Wookiee.
I love it when he does the Wookiee. Cracks me up. He does such a good one. Can you hear me?
And
Come on, Frank.
I think he can.
Do the
Can
Wookiee,
you hear her?
please.
He goes, yeah. He goes, do the Wookiee. Do the Wookiee. He says he's doing something. Give him a minute.
Okay.
okay.
3. Cool. Yay. All right. I got my coffee here. Yes.
Yeah, I got the guy did mini patches, button patches, and this is one. This is his logo, which looks very Halo, very Star Wars at the same time.
Oh yeah.
This is a PVC patch.
I love that. I got to get a recording of that.
Oh, man. Klingon, okay?
Check the, no,
What do you say?
check the chat.
Nathan,
There you go.
I want you to look at the chat for a second.
I'm
says,
seeing it.
Your coffee cup. It's a quantum thing. You didn't understand.
Not you wouldn't, you didn't.
You didn't.
That's cool. That's cool.
I like that
Quantum
one.
Yeah.
show. We are not linear. And there was another
No.
one.
There isn't anybody in this group that is linear. You know,
Mm-mm.
and that's probably why we're not locked up. You can't keep track of us.
I've got it down on the back of that Muggles sign,
I
And
just
I-
break out.
so I wouldn't lose it. And
We just disappear.
Yeah, I need to get back to doing
there's
that too. Oh man.
another.
But
There's
disappearing?
another one you had.
But okay.
Nathan.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Just disappear.
I had.
They don't know.
Here's
where we're
one.
at.
This is from
Oh, that's
Mandalorian. It's the Mudhorn.
Nice. Yeah.
It's another button patch,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
and I
I
got
thought it was a tough link.
the white. The
Justin
ones that
says,
are
"I'm
printed
not
like that are
linear."
glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin says, I'm not linear. I'm a pizza pocket.
Oh, cool.
Here's
I'm a
glow in the dark Rebel logo.
Those would make great cufflinks, man.
cool.
I like that.
Yeah,
They
would.
would. And the last one I got
Yeah,
is
they remind
another
me of those,
subdued
Guys.
style.
You got him started. Now turn him off over there, huh? I was talking about Frank. You got him started singing in Wookiee again.
And the last, I'll say it, last but not least thing was the bag that I've got everything in. And this was the coolest one. They had all the standard stuff, but this was the coolest, weirdest one. It's Leia and Han in stained glass.
Wow.
How fun is that?
Cool.
Cool. Cool.
I like
And it's a print. And it's even got a liner. That's cool. It's not just a like Dollar Tree stuff. No, this is not Dollar Tree stuff.
You
This
know,
is nicely done.
Her
I
playing
got a
that
new-
role was really important to a lot of girls because here
Oh,
we
yeah.
saw the image of femininity that could kick ass and take care of herself and knew how to shoot a gun, and yet she could still be feminine, and that's like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
first
and
idea.
be a sweet
Yeah.
little girl.
Right.
That was wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll give you shoot a gun, but kicking ass, I don't know. I mean, I don't see
Yes,
her
you
doing
did.
all the kung fu.
She was not afraid of taking those stormtroopers.
Well, she
covered
wasn't a
them. She was
ninja.
braver than Han.
I know. I was just being
Oh,
a
yeah.
smart ass.
I know.
She absolutely, and I'm talking about Carrie Fisher, turned that turned that character from a helpless little princessy person to a warrior queen, and
Yeah, exactly.
did a fabulous job of it. And of course, that was when a bunch of us were still fighting the feministic war, so to speak. You know,
Mhm.
where
Yeah,
you
it's
know, gee, just
subservient
pay us
to
what we're
women.
worth. If we're not worth anything, great. Then don't pay the guy standing next to us doing nothing. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
that I got to say at that time when I was searching work, one of the office machines that I put down on my resume was a percolator. I was willing to make coffee. At that
Yeah.
time,
Mhm.
one of the big battle cries of the moment was uh, we wouldn't make coffee. And I
In the
think
office I worked at, the
if
first
you're
one
an
there had to make
executive,
coffee.
yeah, if you're an executive person doing an executive job, somebody should be bringing coffee, and it shouldn't be you. You know, and that's really what that was about. Now, if
Hmm.
you looked at your VP and said, "Bring me some coffee, sister," she would and pour it right in your lap. At that
Mm.
time,
You
At
know
your
what
back.
happened to
that
me
time
one
it wasn't
time?
dumb.
Something
What?
happened to me one time, and it was not intentional. I did not mean to do this. Okay, I was working at this hospital, and they said, "We're under a crunch. We're being audited by Blue Care. Blue Care is the Tennessee Care, TennCare, right?
Right.
And we need to find this big long list of files in all these files." And they brought them all in the office, and they said, "Okay, when all of you," I was night shift guy, I was like, they said, "All of you, when you have a chance, look for these files." But everybody was stepping on each other. They were super busy anyway. And I was the only one. And well, I ran a library in the Army. I could find any paperwork. So
Yeah.
here's what I told them: on a slow day, don't leave me any extra work. I will find everything that is to be found. Okay. And what I did, and okay, they were getting out of the office. This is shift change, so there's like an hour that they're there and I'm there. And
Mhm.
and she basically said, "Okay, Nathan, you're the only person on night shift. So basically, how do you want to do this?" So I was like, "All right, check it out." Um, Manager, she's a lady, right? I
Mhm.
love her to death. Okay, now I was like, hey, is the coffee maker working?" And she goes, "Yes." I'm like, "Good. I'll get some in a minute." Like, meaning I will just go get me some coffee after I set all this stuff in motion. A few minutes, and I start saying, "Okay, here's what we're going to do." And I get the stuff. 5 minutes later, she shows up with a cup of coffee. I'm like, "Oh my God, I did not mean for you to bring me a cup of coffee. I'm your employee. Don't ever do that again." And the next day or so, I heard somebody say, "Yeah, the first thing you said was, 'Lucy, get me coffee.'" I was like, "I did not say that. I was just asking if it was available. I wanted her to oversee me, to not do that." It was
Oh my God.
misinterpreted, though. Yeah, I was so embarrassed,
Oh,
and I felt
Yeah,
like
but I bet
I'm a
she wasn't. At least you were gonna go get the stuff. Okay, she's fine to get the coffee.
yeah, and damn it, I found everything but like 5 out of 200 files.
Yeah.
Found them
wow.
all,
Cool.
and I still pride myself on library and organization.
You
Yeah,
know
I
I
what?
still
love
do.
you. Cheers.
I
I love libraries.
I
I spent all
understand.
my time in a library when I was little, and I knew how to do the whole card catalog thing and find stuff, and I helped people find stuff. And it was only a block from my house, and so I was there all the time, and just reading
Yeah,
everything I could get my hands on that was paranormal, or weird, or
Oh
science
yeah, I
fiction.
knew the whole section.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, I
there's
love.
not a lot of that
Oh
here.
my. You
Mhm.
know the in our library the certain factions, who will remain unknown, have stolen the books from the library on certain subjects.
We stole the
Mhm.
joy of sex.
They can
Sixth
replace
grade.
them and they get stolen all over again.
The reprint
So,
of that book is garbage. The original one from the 70s is awesome.
We were in
which
sixth
was
grade. We wanted to know
the
where
Joy
babies
of
came
Sex.
from. We were
The
good
Joy
little
of Sex
Catholic
was
girls, and
great.
so we stole it.
Hmm The
Well,
the
I wasn't
original
thinking
print.
of that so much as I was some of the craft stuff, and I'm not talking about sewing and knitting.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
A better book, though. Better book was Everything You Wanted to Know But Were Afraid to Ask.
I like
Ah,
that
I
one
have.
too.
I need to look at that one. I would love to look at that one of these days.
I tell you what, I
Pretty
haven't
sure
met
you
a
know it
book
all
I
by
didn't
now, there,
enjoy.
Nathan. You
I've
Maybe.
read
really should.
I've read a lot of books in my life, and I loved them all. Some of them more so than others, but
Scary thing is I read it when I was 10.
oh yeah, you're one of those.
Justin is
I
asking the
learned quite a
original
few
print
new
of
words.
what book?
Just say it.
The
I will
joy of
put it in
sex.
here. I will just put it in here.
Sax.
Joy of Sex.
so I'm
Sax.
sorry to interrupt, Lynn.
S-A-X.
What was it you were referring to? You were starting to talk about some books that were being stolen from the library.
Yeah.
Were they on the craft, or are they on sex too?
Some were on the craft, some were on aliens, some were on prepping. How about that? And child care, those were stolen.
Really?
I mean, there was just a lot of very odd things stolen from that library. You could not find it. You could not ask for it to be set aside for you. It had been stolen, you know. And stuff on the paranormal, that's gone. Just
Mm.
gone. And no, they didn't ban the books. They stole them.
Hmm.
They made
Yeah,
sure that
who stole them?
nobody could read them.
Yeah. Who took them?
Who
You think?
knows? Who knows who took them? They were stolen. And that's how it's been left. You know, it's one of those weird things that happen. But
Was there a religious organization that was?
oh, there's a number of them. You know, this is uh, southern New Mexico. There's a lot of that
No,
sort of
no,
thing.
no, Justin. No, trust me, no.
No, what?
His last comment.
Of doom.
Uh,
Oh,
Justin
I'll
says,
have to
I
look
missed the
that
ti-
up. I'm
I missed
so
the
ignorant
title when
about
you
these
said
things.
first time. Everything you need to know about sex, you can learn from the pages of Dune. No, you can't.
Everything you need to.
Because if you could,
Coffee,
Dune would
a
be in
little bit
every
more.
single house.
I never did see Dune.
I saw it once and couldn't tell you the storyline to save my life.
Um,
It just, I couldn't. That sort of thing. But librarian stuff, that's so important. Librarians are the reason why any of us know anything, past,
Yeah.
present, or future.
and I used
Yep.
to my hold on here. I turn off my phone.
I put the worm in the dessert. No, sorry, desert. Okay, that's all you need to know. I think I got it right the first time. Anyway.
Anyway, I think that there's a library on the other side. I think they call it. I think it's the same thing as the Akashic, what they call the Akashic records. Is that right?
Ashkash, yeah, Ashkash
Akashic.
record.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you're not gonna find that in any library.
no.
No.
It is-
I'm just saying.
I
I think I
think-
worked there.
It's possible.
And
I mean, that's a pretty big endeavor, I would think.
or I've been a librarian before or something, because I'm just right at home in a library, and I love that. I could live in
I
one.
love libraries. I'm still sore about the Library of Alexandria being burned
Alexandria.
down.
I was just going to say the same thing. I was just going to say that. Yes, that burns me up. Well, supposedly, I heard that they, the night before the fire, that the Pope had sent in some, what is equivalent of his royal papal, like ninjas, that went in there
Yeah.
and took a bunch of the good stuff, and that what actually burned were just like population tax records,
Yeah,
documents like that.
probably.
That all the good
Yeah.
stuff was stowed
Was
out of there.
stolen.
Yeah.
Yet I would give my eye teeth for about a month in the Vatican Library
Oh,
with
you
no
and me
holds
both.
barred.
Oh
Oh,
my
No,
God,
mama.
yes.
you would need
Yes.
more than a month.
Yeah, truly.
I'm
But
being
still.
conservative about that.
Yeah. Well, we
I
would
have
just
to come up
hide.
for air, you know.
Not touching that one.
Okay, I think I got a
We're still on
raccoon.
the other book. Anyway,
Ugh.
In other circles, I would just say phrasing.
Try to keep up there, Shadow. Get your mind out of the sewer and up in the gutter with the rest of us.
That's
That
funny.
dance.
It's a lot of the old records. I think we have a chance of finding some of the stuff that wasn't stolen. That was kept.
Well,
good
yeah,
bit
the Smithsonian has it, the Vatican has it,
True.
and about a half a dozen private collectors have the rest.
Don't forget the Louvre.
And I did some research into this stuff. Actually, some of this I came upon by accident, but I think I've got at least the general picture of why the educational system is the way it is right now, and why the Vatican has this information that they don't want to release, and some of the others. And so, especially
power.
It has to do
Power
with
and greed.
the Rothschilds and the what's the other one? Their name just escaped me. Rothschilds, and it begins with an R. The
Vanderbilt?
Don't forget the royal families. There's quite a bit of that going on in that too.
They funded all the schools here in America. They had
the Rothschilds and the
Rockefeller. That's what I was trying to think of. Okay.
And the Vanderbilts
they started. They had the money to then build the schools and so forth, and they bought the books, and they kind of oversaw the curriculum, so on and so forth, and that has not changed. That has not changed at all. And I did not know this, but there are certain colleges that accept money from foreign entities that like to persuade certain professors to teach things a certain way.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
plenty of that going on
in
this country and every other one.
It all comes down to the money. I think everything good that was started back then has been totally corrupted and bastardized now.
Well, yeah, the bottom line there is keeping certain factions in power. This isn't about money. It's about power. Because with power, you have everything you need. Everything. So, money is a small part of it.
Is it like Tesla achieving wireless electricity?
The scientists are all yelling right now. Oh, we have discovered how to do that.
No, he already did that. Cliff Gordon Power.
And Edison and his crowd suppressed that.
Yeah. JP Morgan is the one who cut the funding to Tesla, because he was like, well, if everybody's got free energy, how am I going to make money on this? I can't make any money like this.
Exactly.
So, That's
I
sad.
personally consider it treason, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
You know.
and that's cool. I like her logo.
Yeah.
She's in the chat.
Amy's here. Hi,
Is
Amy.
she? Okay.
Hi,
Oh, there she is.
Justin. I
Hi.
knew you were here, but I haven't said anything. The well, I haven't said much anyway. But no, the when you look at the reasoning for anything, was you've got to realize that there are only three reasons in the human mind to do anything. That's power, greed, and sex. That's those
Avoidance of
three
pain
reasons.
and acquisition of pleasure. Kind
Uh-huh.
of goes down to even two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you boil it
Whoa.
down further, that's where you boil it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
that's base things. And the your local barber is looking for power in his sphere, and I'm sure he'd like to take over the working class, but he's a barber. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you get to giants in industry, then you begin to see what power is really about.
Like BlackRock owns basically everything on the planet.
Yes, it does.
Well,
I mean,
not everything,
and
but
they'll even
She
own,
said almost, almost.
yeah,
it's like
almost
10%.
everything.
Sorry, I'm being quiet. Go ahead.
I'm not particularly versed in BlackRock or really any of it. I know something about all of it, which makes me dangerous, I suppose.
It's okay. They're versed in you.
They know exactly who
Yeah.
I am. They know who you are. They know who Nathan is, and know who Raven is too.
And
Yeah.
I
They
thought
know
that
how
was,
much money we generate for them, each one of us.
Well, not me.
Hmm.
I don't generate any money.
No,
broke.
personally, but you generate it.
you and me both.
You generate it through whatever you buy, through your hobby. They know what you're worth.
Yeah. BlackRock is the third largest economic engine on the planet. Yeah. After the United States government and the Chinese government. Yeah.
Yeah, and probably not that low a third. Would almost bet on it.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and bring that one up.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah,
Well, we
and
have-
the longest time it was the
we're not.
Habsburgs, and the Habsburgs lost the trophy, I think, back long about 70s and 80s. But they let everybody continue to think they had it. And of course, it's been transferred a dozen times to avoid taxes, to avoid anyone knowing where their money truly is, what they've invested in, the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think if you tear it down and get back down to base roots, you'll find that the royal houses still have the money, still have the power.
Yeah, that's what I've
You know
always
what?
thought too.
The reason paranormal shows like this one and Amy's and everyone's and yours, Raven, are so under the gun and we have so many technical problems is because we work outside the money system most of the time. I don't charge for the show. If anything, I pay to use a couple of services to do this show.
Me too.
And I am not working with money as a currency. I'm working with other things. And we all do. We all do. When I say if you're here, you're quantum, it's just not a cool catchphrase, right? Because and that's what they're worried about. That's what they're really worried about. Not muggle the money, right? Not the muggle money. They're worried about that, but we're not a threat on that front. we're more of a concern on other front, the energetic front, because we can actually change reality.
Yeah,
Right.
we're
And
going to
they
do a
don't want
show,
that.
That
Nathan
in
and I, about
itself.
the 100th
Yeah.
monkey syndrome. You've heard of that? Well, while we were talking on the phone, I Googled it, and they've tried to debunk it and say there is no collective consciousness. And that is
Yeah.
bullshit.
Mhm.
You are a part of the collective consciousness. If you are here in a body, like it or not, you are part of the collective consciousness.
Whatever,
And
a large part or small part, still a part.
Yeah.
yeah, you're
Well,
connected. It's just part of being here on this planet and being in a
if
body.
if you've ever been in love, were you not connected to that person?
Oh yeah.
You
I
know,
mean,
have you ever loved a
Actually,
child and been connected to your child? Certain friends.
right.
Um,
Yeah.
love in itself is a connector.
Oh yes, it's the
You know,
greatest one. And if you
I can
And it's
sit and
something they
think
cannot
about
control.
someone. No,
no, they can't, and that's what they're afraid of. That's why there's such a push on distracting us with all these apps and
And
all
the
this stuff.
divisiveness between different groups,
Oh yeah.
Right. Keep us
defining
fighting.
groups.
It's divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. It's
Oh
been
yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
oldest battle plan and most successful battle plan that they've had for centuries, and it's
Well,
worked.
Eli
Jared, yeah,
Weisel.
Jared Phillips is right because he said now there are enough people on the planet where the collective consciousness is becoming to the forefront. That's why I think there are so many more UFO sightings, so many
Yeah.
more ghost and mental things happening with people, and all these weirdnesses that can't be scientifically explained. All that stuff is starting to happen because there are more people to experience it, and
Right.
it passes along
I agree.
in
Yeah.
the collective unconsciousness, which is coming more to the forefront.
And they can't stop it. You know that phrase that
Right.
Q always said. You know, they can't stop what's coming, and a lot of this is governed by the sun, and the sun has been absolutely ballistic lately. And
Oh
as we
yeah.
were talking last week, you and I, Lynn, about how much hotter the sun is.
Oh yeah,
I
it
couldn't
is.
spend. I got a headache today. I was out in it for like 5 minutes watering some plants, and it literally was just. I could feel it just burning my skin.
Mhm. Yeah. I can appreciate what you're saying.
That didn't used to happen until like August at noon, high noon, maybe.
Exactly.
And this is now. I mean, this is the end of May.
I live in New Mexico in the southern part, and
Oh
one
my
of the
god.
reasons why you have so much of the space industry here is the atmosphere is very thin here,
Hmm.
and that sunlight is absolutely brutal, just brutal.
It is brutal. Yeah. It is so much more intense. And you notice how like when we were in school and we would have our crayons and we would draw the sun, we always did a yellow crayon for the sun.
Hmm.
And now the
Yeah,
sun's not really yellow, it's like white.
that's
It's a
white.
whitish yellow.
Yeah.
So it's lighter,
It's
brighter,
very very hot,
and
and
hotter.
Justin is in the chat saying they don't want you knowing about collective consciousness because consciousness of the group is easy to steer with loud enough microphones, and the only way to be free of its control is being aware of it.
that's
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Bingo. Well said, Justin. Well said. Yeah, that's
Very
it.
well said.
Yeah.
And their
There's just a
control.
very few of them. And if we could just collectively get our shit together and stop fighting and bickering over stupid stuff, we could
Yeah.
end this tyranny that we're about.
What is that? A Bug's Life? A Bug's Life illustrated that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
I never saw that.
ironically, it was a Disney movie.
Huh.
well, that was before Disney was, the new Disney.
Is this Disney
Hmm.
or was it Pixar?
It was Pixar.
Okay.
It was Pixar.
Okay.
Yeah, my
But,
bad.
you know,
I get them confused.
children's stories have always been a vehicle to sell an idea. It always
Yeah.
has been. And if you want to sell a different mindset, that's how you're going to do it. And if you've looked at some of the other things that are out there for kids,
Oh,
it scare the hell out of you.
I am so glad I didn't have children. Oh my God. I would
Uh,
be a
I,
basket case.
I,
Has anybody watched Sesame Street lately?
no,
No.
no, no.
No, yeah,
It is so
when Elmo
different.
when
Really?
Elmo started giving professional medical advice, you know
Oh no. Really?
What?
Oh hell no.
go get your vax, go get your shot. Yeah,
Oh.
sorry. Oh yeah, oh
Mm.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
I tuned out before that happened.
Yeah, I do too.
Obviously,
Uh,
Jackie stopped watching Sesame Street, almost a decade ago. But when I heard that, I knew the fix was in. Let's just put it that way.
Well,
No,
the government says you want to stay on the line. This is the price you pay. No, we're not.
Yeah,
Gonna
they're so
subsidize it, but
reinforcing.
Go ahead and you pay that price. You know.
Yeah,
why
they're
don't we just
Make
bring
my own
out the
decision.
guillotines? Let's just get somebody to make some guillotines and just roll them out in each major city. Just let them sit there.
They get them
That's
on
all we-
Amazon.
that doesn't need to- just that would be a Yep.
Special
Just roll 'em out and
delivery,
roll 'em
City
down.
Hall.
They did that in
Yep.
fascist Germany. Didn't help them an awful lot, but heads did roll.
I'm more of a fan of good old
that's how
fashioned
the French
rope.
Revolution.
It's cheaper, it's quicker, and it's
Right.
easier to get a hold of. Just good old
These
fashioned rope.
people.
That's all you need.
True. Have you heard about these guys, these freedom fighters that have been sentenced to 20 years in prison over the January 6th thing?
Freedom
Yeah.
fighters. I call it.
They weren't. There was no fighting going on. That was such a big scam.
I know. It's like somebody.
Such a big
There
scam.
was no fighting, but people were dead.
They are ruining
How
these
did that
people's
happen?
lives.
Yes, they are.
And
Well,
Where-
you can't have dissension of that magnitude. They will not allow for people to
Yeah.
wake up and realize we outnumber them by millions to one.
That's right.
And
That's
you
why
know,
they're
should we
keeping
all-
the
should we
division
all-
going.
should we all stand up, their game goes tumbling.
Yeah. Let's not get kicked off of YouTube, guys. Let's not get us kicked off.
Okay.
I am on YouTube, even though I'm also on Rumble.
This is true. Hold on.
How is your Rumble going? Have you noticed
It's going pretty good. Not much. I keep forgetting to share the link, and I keep forgetting. It's a lot of maintenance behind the scene. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
And it's hard to maintain. And now I've got a very slow computer. I mean, it's literally 15 years old. So it's like, oh man, okay, let's get this going. I mean, copy paste is a chore for it. I feel for the little guy. It's a tank. It'll never stop running, but but Rumble is doing well as far as Rumble goes without me even promoting it. I mean, I've got subscribers over there, which is cool. And I recommend everybody go to Rumble. Also, even if YouTube kicks us off, it'll go to Rumble because it'll go from here to Rumble, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I've had anybody in the live from Rumble yet. I remember having people from Twitter and Facebook, but that was a while ago. I haven't been doing Twitter and Facebook lately because it's not easy. It's taxing on the whole network. Yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that.
Description.
Justin is saying I should create a generic. Justin should and save it on your desktop on Notepad so you can just copy and paste. Yeah, I need to. I do that normally, but still copy and paste is a hard thing for this thing to do. It didn't even show up. Okay, see, yeah, it didn't even show up that time. I posted that. I'm trying to do it from the computer and it's not working. Here, I think it's about to come up now.
Yeah, I'm here.
There it is. Okay,
I'm here.
it's
There.
at least
Yeah.
starting to. All right, I should do that. I used to do that.
I agree with
It's
everything
difficult
you're
to do.
saying, Justin. We've got. He's very awake and aware.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I agree.
He's a totally different person on this show than he is elsewhere.
What?
Oh, really?
I actually appreciate that.
One of the nice things about this sort of thing, you have a certain anonymity, and you can say what comes to your mind, where you have to edit it constantly when you're out.
Justin never holds back. It's just he just.
So I got.
He's a lot more fun here. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
I got hacked this week in Facebook, and the hackers. I went on a rant because this just burns me up. I mean, Zuckerberg makes a lot of money off Facebook, and he can afford a better AI to catch these things. This is how blatant this was. I'm logged on, and I am posting my. This was Wednesday. I'm posting my banner and so forth for my radio show later on that evening, and somebody logs on at the same time from the Dominican Republic. I never knew I could buy locate. Did you? So these idiots get on there and they go through my entire. They have this terrible pornographic video with this horrible scene, and they go through my entire contact list. And people that I had professional contacts on there that were guests on the radio that I don't know very well. I haven't talked to in over a couple months or even a year. And I mean, they were professional contacts, not just buddies, friends. And here's this pornographic shit going out to them. I was absolutely livid and mortified. And I thought your AI couldn't pick up the fact that somebody else from out of the country logs onto my account at the same time I'm logged in, and you think they're maybe hello?
They're way too busy trying to keep track of what you say.
Yeah, I know.
That way,
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
They're not interested in protecting you.
I
woke up one day, opened up Facebook to 150 Instagram people wanting to say hi, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
and that was the last straw. Me and Facebook parted company that day.
Yeah.
Because Facebook did that. Facebook violated my privacy to a place where they let about 400 strangers have my Facebook account. About that many.
They had this all went on Wednesday. I reported it right away. Some other friends of mine reported it right away. They knew what was going on. Some dumbasses didn't realize what was going on and sent me these horrible little notes. And I'm trying to do my radio show, and I keep getting all these pop-ups in the corner of my computer screen from people going, "Hey, did you send this to me?" Or "Why did you send this to me?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Oh my God!" I was just livid. So I did everything I had to do and redid the password, did all that kind of shit. And then today, or I guess sometime yesterday, they totally took down my whole account. And I got a text from a friend of mine. She says, I can't message you on Messenger and your Facebook page is gone. Are you okay? And I was like, yeah. So I logged in this afternoon.
Facebook did that for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Because people had reported this thing.
Yeah.
I already reported it Wednesday and took care of everything, but they still went ahead.
But you got blamed for it, so they cut you
and
off.
They totally got rid of my account.
They're just brilliant individuals, college material.
Oh yeah,
once they get out of kindergarten, it'll be great.
Yeah, no shit. Oh my God, I'm like,
oh God.
Why even have passwords? I mean, they sell all of our information to people. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
just,
I have a rule. If you want to talk to me, I've got a telephone. And people that I want to have my number have it.
yeah. I have to be on Facebook because of the chat
I
room,
know.
because of the radio program. Otherwise, I would not be on Facebook at all. That's the only reason I got a Facebook account, was because of the radio station.
Mm.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I do a little bit of Facebooking. I have a couple, I'm in several groups and I run a couple of groups, and it's been good, but you got to really stay on top of it. And being a tech, knowing how this stuff works helps. So I can prevent a lot easier than other people
Right.
can.
Right. Well, I
But
never had any trouble with it. Frank had always. Frank has more protections than gee whiz. Getting across the veil is easier than getting through one of Frank's protections. But that sort of thing. It's a constant upset and a constant distraction. And
Mm,
what is it? It's a distraction to keep you from thinking about things you need to be considering.
Right. Right.
yeah.
The more
Yeah.
upset and chaotic they can keep your life, the better they seem to like it.
And the more movie channels, look at the Netflix and the Hulus and all these kinds of stuff and all these apps and all these
Oh,
games.
God.
These games they automatically load on your phone. I don't play games on my phone, and I've got
No,
a whole page full of them.
I
I'm like, how
call
the hell did that
people
get
on
on
my
there?
phone. My
Uh,
phone is for telephone calls.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it's
Frank finally put his foot down on me earlier on last year and said, "You will have a phone." I said, "I don't want a phone." He says, "I don't care." You're gonna have a phone, and he went to the trouble of getting the thing, and yeah, I've got the phone. I have one, but you know how often I use it? I don't.
yeah.
People will call me, but I don't really enjoy being on it, so I don't use it.
Yeah.
This is the
Just
most socialization I've had, and can't tell you.
like I said, I wouldn't even have Facebook if it wasn't for the radio station.
Well, he said something about my going feral. I'm not sure what that meant.
Who said that?
Frank,
Oh,
he
Oh.
also informed me that
you said you're going
spirit,
feral.
he told me that my spirit animal is a unholy trinity of a Tasmanian devil, a wolverine, and an angry wet black cat.
That is a hell of a combo right there.
Oh boy! And I'm like, I didn't know I was that ambitious. Of course,
That's funny.
he sees me at my worst, but he's got to see me at my best too.
Mhm. So Justin's saying here that you don't even need an AI for that. Google sends him a message every time someone from a different location tries to touch any of my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was just so blatant. And then I have to go through all these questions that Facebook puts me through to unlock my account.
Mhm.
Mark the box of any login that you see that isn't it's unauthorized, or is this, or no, it said, was this you? And I looked at the times, and there's the login for me, which is the same login information that has been for 8 freaking years. And then there's Dominican Republic 5 minutes after I logged on. Gee,
Well, they're
which
just
one?
dumber. They're dumber than dirt,
So of
aren't
course I
they?
check mark that little
You
box.
you
And
got
then
yourself a bona fide stalker.
But
So,
they put the artificial into artificial intelligence, don't they?
and you know what's so funny is the fact that when they went through my contact list, the handful of contacts that I have that would have appreciated a video like that, they didn't get it. And they were bummed. They're like, I never got the porno video. How come I'm not on your porno list? I'm like, oh,
I got it.
Yeah,
I didn't even look at it.
oh,
Say,
shut
wait a
up.
minute. I feel slighted.
Yeah, she did. She did. Yeah, I had about 5 of them coming. They were all bummed out. So
5 of them.
Did you save the link?
Holy Christ.
hey,
Listen,
No.
these guys are going to
Save
handle
the
that
link.
stuff.
I can't. I didn't hear you.
I
What?
I said, did you save the link?
No.
My heart's not going to handle that much. I'm telling you.
I'm yeah.
My neighbor even got it. My neighbors are, and I get this
No,
text
Justin,
at 2 something in the
no,
morning. He's
no.
like, "What's with the people butt fucking on the front of your Facebook page?" And I'm like, "What?"
Okay, now I know. Now see, Justin.
I didn't even know what it was about.
Yeah.
I'm
Trust me,
trying to
I'm sure we've all seen worse.
Squeal like a pig.
You know, I really try to maintain a clean atmosphere, but I'm just not getting anywhere.
Yeah. That brings me to another topic I've been up on recently is protecting and yep, it's related. Building and protecting your chakras, protecting them.
Show
I
me.
have been thinking about that a lot lately. Building and protecting your chakras, your energy centers,
Mhm.
through choosing wisely.
That's okay, Justin. Trust me, that's okay. I'm trying to get my son on Discord. Don't give him another reason to. He wants to hang out with DM James, and he can't unless he gets a.
What is
a
Discord?
You don't want to know.
No,
Oh, Discord's okay.
Yeah, it's got some weirdos, but if you stay away from them, they can't get anywhere near you. And he's heard a lot of bad stuff about it. And it's like all the people I know except Justin are stand-up guys.
Well, even he is.
Yeah, Justin's been on my show numerous times. I hang out with him 3
he
times
is.
a week
Fine.
in the morning.
So is Discord another social media?
Kind of, yeah. You can do voice and messaging, and you can do streams like this, private, and you can post goofy memes and crap like that, and just communicate in a pretty sterile environment. It's only who you allow in there, and it's usually
Right.
for Justin and I, it's all people we know really well, and we if we need to get together, we can do a voice call with camera or on or off, and I do games on it, and it's just we have like D&D games on it and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's really safe,
I've
it's
never
just
heard of it.
it's not bad. I like it. I can do a lot of things. I call my friend in Australia, several times a week, James L. That's how I communicate with him. It's just easier than a
So
lot
are
of
you
other
on
things.
Facebook also?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Oh,
But I don't
welcome.
use it because
I personally
RPG Grandma
think
is
that-
in the chat room. Welcome.
Hey, RPG
Yeah,
Grandma.
Grandma. I communicate with Grandma through that as well.
Yeah.
She and I are going to be in a game tomorrow night together, and I really like it. I use it for a lot of stuff. Like I said, that's how I communicate with James L. And check it out.
Yeah.
But with Facebook, when I only go on there like once every couple of weeks, just to look for a couple of things. And anytime I want to share something, it'll let me share one, and then it'll be like, oh, nope, we don't like what you're saying. So if there was a problem with you, whatever you're trying to share. try again later. And I'm like, yeah, I know you don't like what I just tried to say, so I know you're not going to like it later either.
Yeah.
They're being nice to you. You don't want them not to be nice to you.
Nathan, there's some background noise, like a radio is playing, or there's some kind of interference. Can you guys hear that?
Not now.
Oh.
It's probably coming from me. I got the racetrack in my backyard.
No,
Well, I had to replug.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, Justin.
Yeah.
Justin, no.
what'd he say?
He's saying, if you want, I'll send young Jackie one guy, one jar. It will desensitize him. Laugh out loud. If he doesn't claw his eyes out in horror. Yeah, no, he would.
Y'all
hunt you
don't
down.
need to know about that. No, don't need to know about that. Okay, RPG Grandma is talking about. Yeah, what about chakras?
My chakras look like a bucket
Let's
of
get back to
Legos.
chakras. Yes. We got derailed again.
They're easy.
We get
Right.
sidetracked pretty
Really easy. They've been right in there with your programming your crystals, except that you're programming you.
Okay,
So
what about
that's a lot.
chakras?
So they're
Building, strengthening, and protecting your chakras.
Yeah.
What's the concern?
It's just like protecting your computer from stuff you don't want in it.
Right. We are spiritual machines, and those machines have entry points and interfaces just like anything, right? And building them is first knowing they're there, realizing that they're there, and then using them and protecting them from outside sources that are not good for you, not good for your energy centers. And there's a whole slew of things like from eating right, exercise, to who you associate with. There's a whole bunch of this could be a whole show, but it's been over 2 hours and I'm not going to do that now. So future quantum show, knowing, building, and protecting your energies. That's good.
No, I think it's like any other discipline. You can go too far with it and keep going too far with it, or you can use it in moderation and be relatively happy with your results. You can go both ways.
And you can be just like any ability. You can be overzealous, and you can basically not. Sorry for the colloquialism, but stick it where it don't belong, and you don't want to do that because you can put something wrong or get something back that's bad for you, and it will screw up your balance.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear of people who just leave it all hang out and say, "Somebody somehow contact me." Well,
Yeah, that's
you left your whole body and spirit and soul open to whatever happens to be wandering through. And this is the stuff you're trying to avoid. It's much better uh, to begin a discipline like chakra building in a structured environment, whether that's reading a book, that's very structured.
I was about to say a book.
Yeah, that's a structured environment.
Or having a teacher that knows what they're doing.
Precisely.
And Justin is saying, you know what? RPG Grandma, yes. Those who try to tap in, and those that you unintentionally tap into, because that can happen too.
You can.
And
I think when you begin to do it from a personal standpoint, though, just you don't have to go to a big class or any of that nonsense. You can learn it yourself. Learn what those chakras do, because like your crystal programming, that chakra can be that chakras aligned with a sound it's aligned with a word,
A color.
a color, and a body place.
Oh,
Whether like your sacral chakra is the base of your spine. So then you begin to build upwards.
just
So when
cop.
yes,
Yeah.
say again.
Justin.
Okay.
Justin is saying I definitely need my chakras
There's
aligned. You know what, Justin? You can have your spirit guide do that for you, and they know better how to do it than anybody down here. Here's how people do chakra alignment here. It is kind of like seeing. Okay, here's how I do it, and I have always known everyone to do it. Your chakras, imagine a camshaft out of a car or a crankshaft, okay? Some of those spots need oil, some of them don't. And some of them have more oil than the others. Here's what they do: they take a big bottle of oil and they pour it slowly over all of it, hoping it goes where it's supposed to go.
No.
That is how I understand it. Now, other people definitely will know better, but that is how I've always seen humans do chakra alignment. When Xena aligned my chakras, it was like a master mechanic just going at fixing a carburetor. Okay. And it was like pull, squeeze, twist. And I was like, oh, I felt like I was getting beat up, but it felt good after.
You
Sorry. Okay. Anyway.
Your personal uh you gave your personal guide permission to do so. Much of their work is kept back from us because we don't give them permission to help. Now, you don't want to give just anybody permission to help,
Mm-mm.
you know. And if you're looking at a guardian angel instead of a personal guide, that guardian angel works in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So, when once they're given permission to help you get your health back in order or to get your mind straight, they're very good at it. They're better at it
Yeah.
than
And
the
I,
best you've had.
yeah, it was traumatic because
No
I have
doubt.
explained, I've talked about it before. Because Xena is not the oh, everything is so nice and beautiful. No, Xena's like, okay, we're gonna tackle that goal right now, Mister. Get off your ass. That's how Xena is, and I am all for that.
That's more
We're
like a
gonna
guide.
get you off your ass, and we're gonna get everything done, and you're gonna go hut hut hut, and yes, that's what.
You
Oh, sorry.
absolutely got me started. You
No,
absolutely
sorry
have
about that.
to give your higher power permission because we have free will, and that comes under that. If you don't want it
Hmm.
done, don't allow it. You know, the biggie is don't allow a stranger into your house because
Right,
bad things can happen if that's done. Excuse me.
man. Are people coming in? Did Goofon let out? Because Goofon had a hell of a show going. Did a show let out because a bunch of people are rolling in? Which
What
hey, welcome back to the Quantum Show. If you're here, you're Quantum.
what happened to our Raven? Where did
Uh,
she
No
go?
she,
idea.
I, she just winked out. She should come back soon. But y'all, it's been
Oh,
over 2 hours, and I went to a convention and walked around in a lot of sun today. So I'm like,
uh,
yeah, well, low energy, and
you forgot to send out your notifications.
I didn't make my show until 7 minutes before it aired,
Oh,
and I was
shoot.
like, oh my,
There it
I
is.
was
Hey,
late getting
pain in my
home.
book, huh?
Yeah, I need to like it. See, I don't make plans too much because if I make plans, they always fall through. So I go at it. I don't do anything more than 2 or 3 hours in advance, because if I plan a show for next week, then something is bound to happen where I'm late and the show is just sitting there waiting, waiting, waiting. So I just don't do that. And then when I get here, I am late and I end up making the show 7 minutes before it's supposed to go on. So that's okay.
It gets a little crazy. And it takes an awful lot of work and focus to even have a show. I know it works that way. So
Mm-hmm.
it's can be really
And
difficult.
let me tell you, running the quantum show, all right, let's just go down the list, right? Technical difficulties, bad timing. I trust the quantum, so the quantum says, okay, let's go for a roller coaster ride, and we might go woo, 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 and land at 9 o'clock, my time.
Boy.
So it might happen, but
Well, you know what your
I
goal
know,
is.
I
And
know
you
what the
know
goal, and it's
yeah, and you've got
yeah,
focus for it. It's
yeah,
you
and
just have to do
I
it.
usually end up on the goal, but anything before that is just fair game for the universe.
Sometimes
And
it seems like that. Nobody ever wants to talk to me unless I'm ready to do something like this. Nobody. Then suddenly my front room is full up. There are dogs who want to go outside, or somebody's dog says, or
hmm
somebody's crying their eyes out because some of their feelings are hurt over something. You never know about these guys.
yeah,
So, it's just that life happens.
yeah.
And
So
if
I'm
it's
going to go
going to,
ahead.
it will if you have a show going on.
So I'm going to go ahead and after this show, hopefully shortly thereafter, because y'all, I think I'm going to cut it out now because I am low energy and I'm like starting to drag and had a big day. I got up really early to go drive out of town. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I
RPG Grandma.
either.
Well, we
You
encourage
might have gotten it.
everybody to go back and listen to the show.
Yeah,
It was a good one.
yeah. It was. You know what? It was the best show since the last show. That's another good quote right there.
Right?
And okay, what I am going to wrap it up, y'all. Everybody in the chat, I'm sorry you're coming in at the tail end. Thanks for coming on the Quantum Show. Thanks for coming and watching. I appreciate it. And it was a very interesting day today.
Party on, Justin. See you
And
tomorrow,
yeah,
Carl. Grandma, see you tomorrow as well.
yep,
Who else we got in here? Samantha, you just got here just at the tail end.
yep.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Check
sorry,
the
Peter
first
Parker.
hour.
Definitely subscribe and hit that like button.
Yes, obligatory like and subscribe. If you're here, you're Quantum. And thanks, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and end the show. Everybody, thank you once again. And see you next week and throughout the week if anything happens. Watch my channel for a couple of uploads coming from the con today. Y'all, have a good week. Pushing buttons. Pushing buttons.
Good night, folks.
Pushing buttons.